Hey, I don't know if any Aucklanders are watching this, but do you guys remember that time when you guys were locked in your own city for months and you only got out on was it December 15th, I think? I'm pretty sure that's when the border opened. Do you remember that? Well, not everyone was locked in Auckland. One of the people that weren't locked in Auckland was Auckland Councillor Richard Hills, who travelled to Northland or somewhere north, or he left Auckland for the birth of his surrogate child. Him and his husband went to the Ministry of Health, got an exemption, and they were able to leave across the border of Auckland and leave. Now, I think it is good that a parent is there to witness the birth of their child. I just wish that this happened for every parent, not just the politicians. So, for example, there was a man named Kevin. I fear I'm going to butcher that name, so I will not try to pronounce it. He was not given an exemption to cross the border to visit or leave Auckland to visit for the birth of his, was it triplets or quintuplets? I think it was triplets. I will have it there, but yes, he was not denied. He was denied an exemption. Now he surprisingly wasn't as salty about it as most people would be, and he thought it was great that Hills was able to see the birth of his child, but he was a bit, in his own words, miffed that he couldn't get an exemption, which is understandable. Now, this man lived in this place, which I'm not going to try to pronounce, because if I get it wrong, I'm going to get bullied in the comments, and I can't be bothered. So, this man, he lived in another city, and they are in a financial position where they can't afford to be without work. So if he went into Auckland, he would have had to stay there, and he had to be able to work, and so he was hoping that he could stay in his city, go to Auckland, visit his family, and then head right back so that way he can keep working to keep financially supporting his family. But the Ministry of Health, in a letter, said that after reading the information that the man gave them, they deems his travel to be unessential. Apparently the man's wife is back in his city, but she may have to return to Auckland. And so that's a very unfortunate situation. My heart goes out to the family, and my hopes and prayers will be with them that everything will work out in the end.